Are people born wicked? Or do they have wickedness thrust upon them?
Wicked Part 1 is really about Glinda and Elphaba and how they become friends.
Come with me. Think of what we could do together.
Wicked for Good gets bigger. It's much more about the consequences of the hard choices that you make.
You're the only friend I ever had, but there's no going back.
No good deed goes unpunished.
The journey that they go on in film 2 is chilling.
Grande-Butera, I know you're out here. Come in before the monkeys spot you.
There has been this villain created out of Elphaba.
But their bond, their friendship will not be broken.
Haven't you heard? I'm the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm looking forward to figuring out what the darker side of her feels like.
We really just get to see how far we can push this friendship and how many tests can this relationship stand.
I still can't believe you get around on that thing.
Well, we can all come and go by bubble.
The Wicked Witch can't elude us forever.
In movie 2, the characters sort of spread out throughout the land of Oz, so we get to explore even more. It also is the intersection between the Wizard of Oz and the Wicked World. Here we are on the yellow brick road. Can you believe it?
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. No one believed in you more than I did.
Elphaba, they're coming for you.
Bring me the broom of the Wicked Witch.
I don't know if people are ready for movie 2. We have more action, more flying, more reveals, more drama.
It feels pretty epic.
I can't even talk about it. I'm going to get choked up. Stop. Stop.
We really wanted to feel like it was an epic conclusion to a journey. And you get to the guts of what Wicked is all about.
It's just been a heck of a ride.
Think of what we could do together.
That was awesome.
Oh, hello and welcome to the Periodic Table of Awesome. Yes, as we're doing Lego, I've got the Lego hair and the Lego hands. That's right, we're doing this all in Lego. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Yes. Hello, Quinny. Hello, Jill. Hello, Beck.
Hi. Hello.
Hey.
It's a new. It's a new old
I'll
face.
do these ones.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
You do a bit of that, and then you do a bit of that elbow business, and then that's a thing.
What?
You know.
Did I forget this? I did watch both of the movies. Yeah.
They do it in both films.
Oh.
Though, this actually is one of the things that I was going to talk about. I didn't expect to talk about it straight away.
Oh. Okay. Well,
this is the longest fucking intermission I've ever been on.
How? Well, I don't know because, like, as I pointed out a little bit earlier, it's been
It's been a year.
The Stranger Things first season came out in 2016, so that's a long fucking intermission between end of series. Anyway.
Okay, but there were other seasons in between.
Yeah, but
it didn't go 1 and then 5, 10 years
no
later.
one can remember. What about Top Gun Maverick? That came out many years after. That's a long.
But they're not two parts of the one story.
Exactly.
Why couldn't they have just made a 4-hour-long one movie?
The only thing that is worse than this is the bloody Spider-Verse crap that we're dealing with at the moment. So
yeah.
But there's a whole thing on how I felt about that situation.
Yeah, blame Tarantino. He started it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole split of film into two. Or...
Kill Bill.
Look, it was always going to be interesting splitting a movie that is a musical that is already in 2 halves. So it's already created to be done almost in 2 pieces. But when you're seeing it in the theatre on stage, you have maybe 20 minutes to half an hour before the next bit comes around.
Yeah.
Time to go pee, time to get a chocolate.
Yes. One thing I will say is if you haven't seen it yet and you are planning on seeing it, please rewatch the first one before you go and see the second
so
one.
you remember what this is.
Yeah.
And that, and the, yeah.
These ones. It's not a seizure.
This one? Or this
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
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 Whatever.
Take the L for Dion.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello. Are we all good? Are we going? Are you for good? Are you for good or for evil? That's what we need to know tonight. What are we doing? Is this movie
It's
for good?
the 5th installment of the John Wick series. It's Wicked for
Wicked.
good.
Wicked.
Wicked.
I do feel like the whole point of this story is that no one is truly good or truly wicked. There are shades of grey everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's very difficult for me to continue on understanding where this director's coming from because it's a very big departure from Step Up to the Streets and G.I. Joe Retaliation. To get to this sort of part where I'm just... Also, Justin Bieber, Never Say Never, and then Wicked?
You forgot Crazy Rich Asians, bitch.
Crazy Rich Asians is fantastic. We should all go and watch Crazy Rich Asians instead of talking about this movie, to be honest.
Wow.
That's an early read.
The shade's coming out early.
I didn't include Crazy Rich Asians because that's a good movie. I was just giving all of this shit.
You don't think the bad John M. Chu films. Right. Okay. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Wicked. For good. Which I did watch the beginnings of the first Wicked again, and there's one of those tiny bugbears which is a stupid hill to die on, but at the same time it pisses me off that the first one is called Wicked Part 1 and the second is called Wicked for Good, not Part 2. Like, for fuck's sake, just keep your naming conventions in line.
Yeah, call it Wicked Defying Gravity and then Wicked for Good. Like, go with the most famous song from each act.
I like that.
Yeah.
But like the thing that shit me is that they used exactly the same font, exactly the same thing, and then just didn't use the naming convention. I'm like, this is dumb. But
I'll give you the address for your strongly worded letter.
Thank you. I would like that.
Quick heads up, Quinny. There's not a lot of smart choices in this film.
Well, as we could tell, apparently we're all going in hot on this one.
We are going in hot.
Can I just get an understanding of where we're all coming from watching this movie? Because there are some people who will have seen the musical that this movie, this pair of movies is based on. There are some people who will have both seen the musical and read the book that the musical is loosely based on. And there are some people who are uncultured and haven't seen anything before. So
how can you not have seen The Wizard of Oz, though, the original movie?
Oh, well,
okay,
yeah.
and that is something else we can talk about, is how this links into The Wizard of Oz.
The canon.
And Return to Oz, the fucking
nothing.
the craziest sequel of all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I desperately want to see what happens in Return to Oz with this cast. Because it's just like...
I want a musical number where all of Mombi's heads sing in massive fucking like choral beautiful music. That'd be amazing.
So Quinny, have you what is your knowledge of Wicked pre?
I have seen the musical 2 or 3 times. Once in New York and then once in Sydney and then once in Launceston.
Okay. I wasn't going to count the time I saw it in Parramatta by a community theatre group, but sure.
I think it's important to throw the word out where the word is. So yeah, I've seen it 3 times on stage, have not read the book. And yeah, I quite enjoyed the first film and also quite like the Wizard of Oz stories. I do find like the ones after the first one, like the first film, okay, cool. Second film, deeply fucking disturbing. And then there's a whole bunch of other stories that either I think only ever got translated into an anime, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, I quite liked some of the like the weird shit of Oz, like the Ozma of Oz of it all. So yes, that's where I'm at.
Nice.
Jill?
I've seen the musical thrice.
Nice.
I have been loaned the book, but couldn't have been asked to read it, I'm afraid.
Fair.
My quick question is, what if I've just seen the Oz the Great and Powerful?
Oh.
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 Woof.
Oh, no.
Woof. Oh, dear.
I mean, yeah, I've seen it too, but we don't talk about it.
Yeah,
None of us are mentioning that.
If I'm going to whiff one, I'm going to whiff hard. That's all.
I'm pleased to say that I had forgotten that was a film.
Oh, that's still very much canon.
In that it should be fired out of one?
Yeah, but I mean, like, we're talking about all the things that have where you come from the background of it. I've seen The Wizard of Oz, and I've seen Return to Oz, which I think is great, and that was fantastic.
Yeah,
and I have never
seen
seen the musical, and I didn't read the book, but I did see the Lego sets. And
You were in the same shop.
Yeah, I was in the same shop. Yeah.
You have friends who have seen Wicked.
Sure.
Like...
Yeah. People who've talked about it a lot.
I got a lot of friends that really love Wicked. Yeah.
Yeah, but I watched Wicked, and I've watched Wicked for Good, and I'm slightly confused, and it did make me go and find out some more about it, and now I understand the fan hate, which we can talk about later in the non-spoilery, in the spoilery section. But yes. Also, I will stand by The Wiz. That is great.
Actually, big fan of The Wiz.
Yeah,
big fan of The Wiz.
Again, just as problematic as Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just look at it and go, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
And who's what do you call Oz heads? What are people who really love Oz stuff?
I don't know.
You can't say bogans.
Children of Dorothy?
Dorothites. Dorothites?
I don't know.
No?
Beck, where are you at with it all?
I have seen Wicked official productions probably 6 times. And I have seen one community theatre production in Parramatta. And I have seen...
Shout out to Riverside Theatre.
Yeah. I have read Wicked. I don't necessarily recommend that anyone do that, and I certainly don't recommend that anyone under the age of probably a strong, mature 16 read that.
Yeah, there were a lot of people who said, "Oh, I'm going to get the book for my kids after the first musical came out."
Don't do that. Bestiality is a thing, and puppet sex happens within the first couple of pages, so not recommended.
Suddenly, Dion looks a lot more interested.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested in that way. That's disgusting. No, but it is interesting to know that is the tone of the books.
That is the tone of the books. In the books, the characters, especially Elphaba, have very, very different and very nuanced characters behind them. Which doesn't really carry over into a fun musical experience. So they changed it a lot to put it on stage. And there was a big question for me around how they were going to incorporate elements of the book into the second installment of the Wicked movies, given how much content there is in Act 1 of the musical and how little content there is in Act 2 of the musical.
Thank you.
Look, Wicked the musical... For anyone who hasn't seen it, I think we can all who have seen it agree that most musicals have a strong act and a slightly less strong act. And Act 2 of Wicked is significantly less strong than Act 1.
Right. So they kind of front-loaded everything before the intermission. And by that...
100%. And all of the funky songs are like the upbeat, uplifting songs are definitely front-loaded in Act 1, which made it really interesting to see how they were going to address the tonal shift in a movie series that's meant to be 2 separate halves of one cohesive whole.
Yeah. It's funny, like when this was announced a year and a half ago, whatever it was, my whole thing was people are going to be pissed because they didn't announce very clearly at all. In none of their marketing did they say that it was a 2-part film. Like none of the trailers showed that it was only Act 1 or anything like that. I thought people were going to be pissed about that. No, turns out what they're going to have the great difficulty of finding out is that, yes, you have to get a second act, and the second act is actually the weaker of the two. And everybody who's fallen in love with this first act and gone, oh, what an amazing musical, is now going to have a turgid 2.5 hours of fairly
Turgid is an interesting phrase to use.
Hey, bloated.
Yeah, okay.
2.5 hours or whatever it is of less fun musical numbers, and Return of the King style multiple endings, where I was just like, when are we done? Are we done? Nope, we're not done.
Yeah. Look, I don't know how much we can say about this without getting a bit spoilery.
But also, like, I mean, the problem that we haven't actually faced or even gotten around to yet is what the fuck is Wicked for Good all about? We haven't even got to a synopsis. We don't even know what's going on. We just started rambling about the Wizard of Oz. So,
this is very, very true.
So, I mean, obviously, this time is we need to think about and put it out there. Go, what shit accent is Quinny going to be doing? And I'm going to veto at the moment Munchkin. No
Munchkin accents.
No Munchkin accent.
Feel like if you do it,
have one.
Yeah, well, I was going to say. I mean, can I do a Munchkin accent from the 1939 film?
No.
Oh.
Can you do the wizard?
I was going to say, give us a bit of goat.
I was going to say a bit of goat. There you go. Dr. Academic Goat, please.
So I'll try and do weird, oddly British, but slightly goaty.
Yeah, well, what about Ariana Grande PR tour accent? Just very wholesome and very engaged.
But okay.
Very engaged, very, very empathic. Transatlantic.
And just cry occasionally.
Okay. and then have Cynthia Erivo just swoop in out of nowhere to like protect you and be like terrified.
Have you got one in your brain, Quinny?
Fuck it, let's go for Goat.
Dr. Goat.
Yeah. You just tell me when you're ready, Dion.
Oh yeah. So you can go whenever you want. Oh, hang on, wait a second.
Hang on, I'm getting into my dinklage. Dinklage.
Ready? Here we go.
That wizard came from the moon. Now demonized as the Wicked Witch of the West, Elphaba lives in exile in the Osmian forest, while Galinda resides at the palace in the Emerald City. Reveling in the perks of fame and popularity, as an angry mob rises against the Wicked Witch, she'll need to reunite with Glinda to transform herself elf and all of Oz for good. Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah,
it was not terrible. It was good. Good dinklage.
Yeah,
the good dinklage.
Yeah,
well done.
I just had to get into my head. Dinklebot.
You dinkled well, and you got out something resembling something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, if you've seen the
You've
first
got a weird accent,
if you watched the first one, which I did, and I thought, yeah, that was fun, and it had a lot of interesting things about it, like very visual, catchy songs, good choreography, like when is it the library scene when they're doing all of
Dancing Through Life,
Dancing Through the Library, setting up.
Fucking love that song.
Setting up these interesting camera angles, characters, like everything was all in there, and then in this one, it's just kind of like, okay, so we're just going to shove these two through the middle of it and then break them out and then put them back together while everyone kind of gets pushed to the side. And it doesn't really feel like the rest of the world that you set up in the first one pays off in the second one. And am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, there's no great big ensemble musical numbers. We did that in the first one. Now we're focusing on the story. So we kind of had all of our fun and games in the first one, and we're all like, oh yeah, we love everything and life is great and isn't this fantastic? And then shit hits the fan, and now these are the consequences.
Yeah.
It was worrying to me because part one was so fun and funky and family friendly, and a lot of the marketing was geared towards kids, lots of toys, lots of little Glinda
Lego.
bubble wands for people and Lego. It was very worrying for me to walk into a cinema and see a 4-year-old sitting in the row in front of me for part two.
And to know that very soon coming up is the sex
look,
cardigan.
not just the sex cardigan scene, but this part is much darker. It's much less fun in content, and no matter what they added in from the book or to bloat its runtime to match part one, they were never going to find a way to make this a fun, funky, family-friendly day out at the beach. That's just not what this story was ever going to be.
But I did wonder at one point. I thought, look, if you're adding in songs and you're adding in stuff, could you find a way to add something in that has a little bit of
probably, but
levity?
instead they added us a couple of brand new songs that are just sad. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like,
sad and forgettable.
Sad and forgettable.
Unpopular. They're going to be unpopular.
The music is unpopular. Quick question, and this was just on the tonal shift to bit kid friendly. One thing, correct me if I'm wrong, but they never fired their guns, did they? Like in there, the Oz guard who had weapons which were threatening people, like what's his name? I was going to say Fenrir, but that's not his name. Fierro.
Fierro Rocher.
Fierro Rocher.
That's not his surname. Should be.
Yeah.
His actual surname is not as much fun, so yes, Fierro is fine.
But it was this thing. There's always these threatenings of stuff, and there was just no violence. It felt like it had been removed or taken out because we can't have any violence happen. And it's like, yeah, you can. You're literally going to melt a woman later, right? You're going to melt a woman. You have to melt a woman.
They do not melt the. Okay, spoilers, but
what, from the Wizard of Oz? You can't spoil anything from the Wizard of Oz.
No, but we can spoil anyway. We'll come back to that.
It was done off screen, though, wasn't it? It was kind of done off screen.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
We'll come back to it, Dion.
That.
Sure,
yes.
we'll put a pin in it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's a lot darker. It's a lot less fun. It's a lot more like miserable kind of storytelling here and there. Like a bunch of characters die in fairly unpleasant ways.
Yeah.
Everyone seems real angry.
Yeah.
And fair enough. At its heart, Wicked is a story about fascism.
Yeah, and now we're trying to dismantle it in this second half. So it's not going to be rainbows and candy and, sugar.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like, because I think there was still ways that you could try and, I don't know, get something into this that had a bit of a lighter touch or a more, not necessarily fun, but
we do get a couple of moments, but they're interspersed with darkness. Like Wonderful is another like fun number with the wizard,
which is a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, but it really kind of feels out of place because like the scene immediately before the song starts, Elphaba is there to confront the wizard, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, I'll take your hand and I'll go through these scenes with you, and it's all going to be like okay."
There's some tonal fucking whiplash.
Yeah, which was peculiar.
Look, the song "Wonderful" is notoriously not wonderful. The original song "Wonderful," because it is the classic old man who is probably an ex-Broadway star, and now everyone is just happy to see still walking, gets to stand and like sadly sing. Sadly talk sing on stage. And it's the moment where in a theatre musical, if you desperately need to go to the bathroom, that's your chance.
Please
like,
stop
go for it.
Please stop attacking Jeff Goldblum like that.
Hey, well, hey.
But in the movie, they have updated it in a way that I think is very pleasant. It's actually a song that I would listen to now instead of the one that you skip when you listen to the cast recording.
It is, but as you say, Jill, makes very little sense in terms of where the characters are at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did feel very much like they were just trying to get to, like it's kind of, they had a lot of good ideas that they wanted to get out there, but they just, by not figuring out where the cast were interacting, I felt a little like thrown off to the sides. Like, oh, we're following Alphabet. Oh no, we're going to follow Galinda. Oh, we're going to go down this way. It's like, wait, but what's the through line? What's the reason? Where's the big kind of, where's the big bad of all this? Apart from, yes, fascism, we get that. You know, I kind of got confused. I was like, you know, wait, is the wizard actually the evil one, or is it?
Yeah, Madame Horrible.
Madame Horrible
doesn't truly have a strong focus like the first one does.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel cohesive. I also felt like a lot of the additions that they tried to add in to almost make it a bit more family friendly they felt very ham-fisted. The kind of references to the Wizard of Oz that they've added were very jarring to me and felt very out of place. One of the new songs not only references but is based entirely on the hook, "There's no place like home."
Place like home.
Oh yeah,
I don't mind the song. I thought, that, you know, it kind of is lifting a dark mood in that first half of the film.
I found it really insulting as a message.
Wow.
Like as a message in that space, especially in the world that we're living in at the moment, where people are being forced out of their homes.
I can see that. Yeah.
And to tell someone just put up with it because there's no place like home is
she wasn't telling them to put up with it. She was telling them to fight and stay and stand for what they believe in.
Yeah,
not put up with it.
It was just a very light song for a very serious message, and it felt to me like an interesting choice of wording to say "there's no place like home" that didn't suit the message that was being conveyed through the song. My partner actually said that a different phrase, like maybe "raise your voice," seeing as the animals are being actively having their voices literally taken away from them, would have had a more impactful kind of message. But the fact that they just wanted to angle in that reference back to the of Oz meant they went with something like "there's no place like home," which bleh. And then
sorry. One of our regulars, Rob, wrote something on Facebook, and I really liked it. I just thought, he said, the movie also relies on the viewer having knowledge of the Wizard of Oz story, and the second act does feel a little incomplete because the whole Dorothy adventure is taking place just off screen. So maybe when the two Wicked movies are watched back to back, it'll feel more complete and more fulfilling. But like, you've now kind of got this other narrative that you're weaving in and out of.
I can see that. It doesn't strike me as a particular issue because that was never the point. Like the Dorothy story was never the point of Wicked. And I think that it's a very purposeful choice not to include her face at any point. And they do the same thing in the original musical and in the book.
Agreed.
You never.
I did hear people who were complaining about it going, "Oh, they didn't do anything with Dorothy though." I'm like,
just go watch the Wizard of Oz.
It's not the Wizard of Oz though.
Yeah.
I also imagine that there are reasons that they can't.
Do you reckon you're gonna love waiting for them to do a supercut of Wicked and then Wicked for Good, but also intercut the Wizard of Oz and then...
No, because it doesn't make sense. And it really upsets me when people try and make it make sense because it's not meant to. They're not the same story.
Exactly. They've got nothing to do with each other. Like there's the Frank L. Baum, that's his thing. And then there's Wicked, it's just a reimagination. So there is no interconnectivity with those two films at all.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, hey, we're taking liberties and this is being sprinkled into our story. We're not going into it. You know that one.
I also feel like it is perfectly reasonable to expect that most people would go in with an understanding of the story of the Wizard of Oz and Dorothy because it is such an integral part of our cultural zeitgeist. It is something that everyone is familiar with.
Know it. Yeah.
Even if you don't know it back to front, you know the general story of Dorothy goes to Oz, because of a tornado with her dog Dodo, and and follows the yellow brick road with her 3 companions to kill the witch. That's the story.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to know for Wicked as well. That's it.
And then the dog comes back and it writes Africa.
Yes.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. I haven't had a stroke at all.
That's Dion's story that he wrote.
Yeah.
As I said, that's great. By the time they release Sora 5, I will have re-edited all of these things into one cohesive narrative, and it's going to be fine. It's just going to go from, Oz the Great and Powerful all the way through to Return to Oz.
Was there any character? Oh, you go, Beth. You go, Jill.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the other edition, the Girl in the Bubble song. At first, I enjoyed it because I really liked the camera work and stuff that they were doing. But then the more I think about it, it feels more like a clutching at what we did really well in the first film and trying to recreate it.
Yeah. I also really liked the camera work. I thought it was very clever, the moving in and out of mirrors. And
but it's like, are we trying to redo Dance Through Life in the second one?
I didn't get the dancing through life thing, except for the camera work, which was great. It was very sad. It didn't shift the tone of the movie at all. I don't really think it added much to the character development either. It was just a continuation of the sad that was going on.
It was it was more like a stating the obvious kind of song.
It was also a bit of a sad moment for me because there were a couple of moments in the singing and the presentation of that song that I saw Ariana Grande. Not Linda. Some of her enunciation was very poppy Ariana Grande in that song. And I hadn't experienced any of that in the first act.
The other thing I will say about that one, while I was watching it, I had a moment where I thought, I feel like this was added in later. Because it's only her. There's no other cast around. It is just on the set. I looked at that and went, that is a very easy thing to add in after you've done a test screening and people have gone, oh, we're missing a song.
Well, there has been reshoots because there's a whole dress that was in a trailer that's completely missing from the film.
Yeah, I would put money on that being one of them because I was just looking at it going, it's not a duet. There's nobody else involved. It
doesn't alter the story at all, which is very convenient for a reshoot.
Yeah, very, very handy, but just adds in another song, which then would also make sense if it isn't, if it is more of Ariana Grande as opposed to the Glinda character.
Can I just ask a quick question? How we feel as a quick roundtable about all of the other characters that we got to have a little bit more to do? Like, I quite enjoyed watching, what was it, Elphaba's sister?
Nessa Rose.
Oh, Nessa.
Yes, Nessa. I kind of liked her character journey and Box. Because they were sort of giving it a little bit more than I felt from the other two. So I was kind of going to say I was enjoying watching some of these side people have a little moment. But it felt
the Nessa Rose story is a really interesting one to touch on from an inclusive and representation standpoint. I hesitate to say my feelings about it personally because I'm not a wheelchair user, so I don't have that perspective on it. But what I have heard from the community is that they have appreciated some of the changes that have been made in the movie as opposed to the stage show in this particular movie. From my perspective, I didn't see that much change to it, but that's because I am not as attuned personally to their lived experiences, and I think that that's a really important kind of lens to be looking at this rewrite from as well.
Yeah.
I'm now trying to remember what happens with her in the stage show that would be something that would make
in the stage show she is able to walk again.
That's what I thought.
That's right.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm going to take a punt that it's suddenly that she can walk again with the shoes.
Yes, the shoes make it so that she is able to walk again, which is obviously problematic because it implies that someone who uses a wheelchair needs to be quote unquote fixed by making them walk again.
I mean,
flying is a much more kind of magical thing. It's not changing the disability. It's just
Again, we come back to the fascism metaphor, which is like, oh, your dad died, so you're the governor now. With absolutely, like, what are you? Like, did you just start college last year? No, your dad was the governor. No, you're the governor, and
That's
go
how
right
it
ahead.
works.
Yeah, exactly. In fascism, that is how that works. I quite enjoyed Bok's absolute steely glare at Glinda. That's not a spoiler.
Look, Bok
was
is
good.
an interesting character on stage as well because he, when played anything but masterfully, is just an incel. Like really awful incel vibes from that character. But if you get someone who plays him really, really well, you can feel a little bit of something for him. Sympathy of some sort, but I don't know that they managed to accomplish that in this movie.
I mean,
when you go back and listen to the first act again, you're like, oh shit! Some of the stuff he says, you're like, oh.
But you know, if that's how you end up, that's kind of how you end up.
How do we feel about the bitch ass lion?
The lion has always been a dick. Like, come on.
Oh, she freed me. I hate her.
If only they'd let me fight my own battles, I wouldn't be a coward now. Like, no, you're just a coward. That's all there is to it.
Okay, and the big elephant in the room. Not that there is an elephant. How do we all feel?
I didn't see any elephants.
No, we've been talking about this off mic. Sex cardigan.
There is a sex scene in Act 2.
I mean, it's not graphic.
No.
Is there a?
The lyrics are more graphic than the sex scene.
The lyrics are very graphic, and in the stage musical, it is a very awkward scene where the actor playing Fierro inevitably gets green all over his face. It's very amusing. They just, in the stage musical, they just kind of like kneel up together and get really close and smush their faces while they sing this song in the middle of the stage.
The vertical representation of the horizontal desire.
Yeah, exactly. But in the show, and I think that it was largely to keep this PG-13 rating, which is what both movies have, I think that they have toned it right down, which means that it no longer makes sense. The lyrics don't make sense.
It's a song about fucking.
It opens with "Kiss me too fiercely, hold me too tight," and they're nowhere near each other.
Yeah, she sings that
when she
to
sings
nobody.
That. Yeah, she sings that while walking up the stairs. Like, that doesn't
like,
make any sense.
That's a choice.
Yeah. So it's a very graphic song in terms of its lyrics. It's very obvious in the stage show that it's meant to be coitus that is happening there. I think that it is a sad realization of the fact that they wanted to make this as kid-friendly as possible, that
it still felt too sexy for children, I'm afraid.
They've altered. Well, it's okay, Jill. She kept her cardigan on the whole time.
She did, but Jonathan Bailey was putting in so much effort.
A quick question too. Like,
that guy could have chemistry with fucking cardboard.
One question I do want to ask is, it's quite well established that Elphaba has run off as creating a sanctuary out in the wilds of Oz with all the animals that that she's rescuing, and then they're sort of helping her by doing so. Which of the animals knitted the sex cardigan?
This is a great question.
And when they're sitting there just going, what are we making again? It's like,
but also her lingerie.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah,
they're just
all of
knitting
her outfits
lingerie.
are really cool. Like the costume design in this movie, this set of movies, impeccable, except for the wedding dress.
Oof, that was phoned in.
Yeah, I have never seen anyone phone it in so hard.
Yeah,
what should be an
Master
amazing.
just called up Vera and was like, "Hey, babe, can you just chuck me a gown? I can't be effed."
I honestly looked at that and thought, is this an undergown that they're going to do something more to later?
It was, but they didn't do more with it, really. They added a fuller skirt, that's all.
Yeah, it was very underwhelming.
It was very sad. Very, very sad. But aside from that, all of the costuming looked great. A lot of the costuming for Elphaba didn't make a lot of sense if you look at it from what animals created this amazing outfitting for her. But I'm happy to ignore that for the storytelling element that it's meant to convey.
I could have used another gown or two for Glinda.
Yeah, I am surprised that they removed the gown from the promo images, that we didn't ever actually get to see in the movie.
The pink and green tulle one?
The pink and green one, because I think that that's a really interesting mashing of Elphaba and Glinda as well, with the pink and green. Very, very interesting.
It's got a little bit on our page at the moment. It's there in the corner.
Yeah.
You can see it.
I do feel like I was a bit, I hesitate to say anything that could be body shamey, but both our leading ladies are corseted to the gods in all of their outfits, and it is done in a way that is very chest, ribs, sharp indent onto waist, and I feel like it's a little bit confronting to see that, for me at least.
I will say, and I don't know the words for it, but I looked at both of them, but Arianda especially, and went, I can see ribs. I can see ribs and all of the bone structure around her clavicles and stuff, and I'm like, she looks so frail, and like she still seemed like a motherfucker, but I was just like, wow.
Yeah, if you look at Glinda in Wizard of Oz, she's not that. She's never been super delicate. The stage Glindas have never been super delicate. And I feel like it kind of took away this physicality, took away from the witch fight scene and all of the other scenes where they are particularly physical and aggressive, almost, because it just looked like someone might break.
Yeah.
All right. So
we should probably do a rating and then come back and do some spoilery shit, because we've gone on.
Yes, we'll get there. Does anyone want to start off with a rating? No. You gonna look at me? Am I going to be the one? Is it going to be
like
me?
You're going to be the one, Dion.
Fuck it. 50. I just didn't like. I again, like, all the things are great. You've got great cast, great sets, great design, but it really lacked oomph. And I think all of the first one had a bit of oomph. Like, I really liked it. It was good. It was going somewhere. It kind of went there. And then I had just a sort of a consistent kind of letdown all the way through. I'm like, where are you going to go with this? And then it didn't really go anywhere. And I was like, oh, and even the big, set piece, musical numbers. I was like, I don't remember any of these songs already. I just heard it and I couldn't tell you what it was about. And
no
then,
old grey whistle test, that's for sure.
And then wouldn't be finished watching it and start going do 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 do. No, I wasn't having that good a time. So that's just me. But it was always going to be a hard sell. Yeah. Anyone else? No.
I wish I could remember what I gave the first one. I'm sure it was very high.
I would imagine so. Give me 2 seconds and I can tell you.
Okay. We'll look that one up. In the meantime,
while you tell us about your thoughts.
I wanted to love it more. I really did, because I enjoyed the first one so much. Like, of course you want the second half to live up to everything you wanted, that you got from the first one, honestly. Because, like, there's so much hype around it, and there was so much, like, effort and so much people's time put into these films. It kind of feels disappointing to not love the second one as much. So I mean, I still had a good time. I enjoyed the movie. It is more story focused, but it's probably not executed as great as the first one, which is so funny because they were both shot at the same time. So I think it's just poor editing in the second one, to be honest.
Yeah, you rated the first one 98.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. So this one's gonna feel really bad.
Yeah.
would it be?
Shit.
Shit.
I think I'm gonna give it a 65.
Oh, that doesn't sound like any tits came off at all.
No, I'm like, oh my god, I really wanted to like it. Shit.
Oh,
Yeah, I feel bad.
I know. Just
There just wasn't enough costume changes. I'm sorry. Like, there wasn't enough choreography. I just, like, even No Good Deed just kind of really didn't hit for me either.
No.
Which sucks.
I was fucking underwhelmed by that.
Everyone is loving No Good Deed on the internet that I have seen, and all I saw throughout the entire scene of No Good Deed was VFX.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, my friend worked on that scene.
Yeah. I mean, no shade to your friend, but
No,
they did an excellent job. They carried that
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, of all of the movie, like, that was the scene with the VFX. Like,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. That Beck, or shall I?
I'm happy to. Both my tits are still firmly attached. They had flown away with the monkeys after the first installment. So this is a sharp snap back to reality. It was always going to be a hard one to do, but I did have a lot of hope that with an extended runtime, they would have been able to fix a lot of the story issues that form in Act 2 of the musical version, the stage musical version, and they just didn't pull it off. They added nonsense bits and didn't resolve actual plot hole issues. I am going with as a standalone, I'd give it like a 60. In combination with the first one, if you were to watch one right after the other, probably a 70. But not great, friends.
So 65? Or...
Yeah, let's go 65 in the middle as a whole.
Yeah. I'm very much in the same boat. I was like, I just remember watching the first one and being like, shit, this is amazing. Like, I was listening to the soundtrack as I was driving places. I was humming, I have since watching this one been humming shit from the first one. I've been dancing through life. I've been having a great time. I've been popular. Everything's been going my way. But in this one, I couldn't tell, like, literally, for good, for medium, and
does anyone remember the tune to The Girl in the Bubble?
Nope.
In the bubble, bright,
shiny bubble. I haven't listened to the
beautiful,
soundtrack.
Jill. Well done.
I remembered it.
You're showing the rest of us up.
Yeah. I just found that this was terminal, and like it really did have that. In not like
fucking
it's
savage, dude.
The danger of it is savage.
Your rage is killing your internet connection as well.
Oh fuck.
It's like
it's terminally boring. It's just it hangs around for so long and nothing they've added to it brings anything up, and I couldn't find a single song in it that I was actually really enthused by. And I was like trying to find some emotional points too, where I was like, "Oh, give me at least something emotional to really hang my hat on."
The door scene.
The door scene. That was the only thing that I actually got vaguely emotionally invested in.
I'd already given up.
Oh,
no tissues came out. No, there was nothing going on up here.
Okay, so here's the thing: I was hanging out for good. And then it happened, and I did shed a tear. But then the door scene, that broke me more. But that felt like very real life. And then I did read that John Chu did not yell cut, and that was pure reaction from them in that moment. Which I'm like, okay, that's something. But I mean, it doesn't carry a film.
No.
Yeah. So for me, it's I'm down with you. I'm 60. Like. Right. It was a second act of a and all of the people who are like, oh, it's a shit sequel. No, it's just a second act. And Like, I think if you do watch it as one whole film, it's probably going to be a lot better.
That's the thing.
But
It's
It
not a
had
sequel.
so much potential though, Quinny, because they
know.
had the opportunity for the extra runtime. They had all of the additional source material they could have drawn from. They could have fixed so many issues that the stage musical has, and they just didn't.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they ran out of gas.
Well, good news though, like we're definitely going to get Wicked 3, The Witch is Back, because
The
it's
Wicked-ing.
I look forward to. I want to talk spoilers. So there's a point that I want to bring up.
Too Oz, Too Furious is coming back.
We've already been going for almost an hour, friends.
I know.
Let's kill this horse and
clip.
move on to
All right,
spoilers.
I'm moving on the clip. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to clip. Clip now.
Because you can't resist this. That's the truth.
Well, maybe I can't. Is that so wrong? I mean, who could?
You know who could. We both know who could and who has. And I have to find her, because if someone else gets there first,
I'm worried for her, too. And I miss her. Can't you see she doesn't want to be found? You've got to face it. She's made her choice. There's that beautiful girl with a beautiful life. Such a beautiful life built on lies. For the I'd like to try to be Glinda the Good. Isn't it high time for her bubble? Why do I love this place that's never loved me?
Well, there you go. A little bit of the girl in the bubble, which was a good song.
I'm looking at the girl in the bubble.
Oh God, no.
Yeah,
Okay,
I would have
wait.
preferred that.
I have notes for Stephen Schwartz. We do not say waiting for our bubbles to pop. We say burst.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
lyrically, that song is incorrect.
Awkward song.
Yeah. It seems awkward. Okay, we're into spoiler territory now. I just needed to ask a couple of things. One, why was the Elphaba related to the wizard? That sounded like a bit of a cop out. And in the end, did this actually mean that Glinda was? Oh shit! Sorry for spoilers. Anyway, spoilers. Spoilers in the chat.
Have you put the spoiler logo up?
Yeah, I have. The spoiler logo is up
Good,
now. The second thing at the end. Does this mean that Glinda has magic now, even though she didn't have magic at all, and that was the whole thing? Like
That's
the whole
a question.
thing is
She
that she's
didn't-
just a
She
figurehead.
did not have magic at all.
What?
Look, it's complicated.
Open for interpretation.
Yes, that's open for interpretation, and that is actually an addition in the movie that wasn't part of the stage show. That little bit at the end is not in the stage show. There were two things I was hoping that this movie would address and flesh out that are huge problems of Act 2 of the stage play. The first one is those messy relationship fucking dynamics that make no fucking sense, but we all forgive because it's a stage show and whatever. Right?
Are we talking Fiero and...
Fiero and everyone.
Right.
Like, it just doesn't make sense in the stage show that they're about to get married and then a woman who he hasn't seen in 5 years, he decides to go and run off and immediately bang in the forest. Like, that didn't make sense in the stage show. It's 5 years. Yes, that's the time skip between Act 1 and 2.
I didn't feel that at all in the film.
That's what it is in the book. In the stage show, it's never made really clear. But I think in the movie, Madame Morrible makes reference to it being something like 12 tide moons, which is about 5 years, I think. I don't know. Who knows? It's an extended period of time of at least a year between Act 1 and Act 2. So then that didn't make sense in the stage play, but we all forgave it because we're just here for the ride and it's fun, right? And then he leaves her at the altar. All of a sudden, they're best friends again. Like it doesn't make sense in the stage play. We all forgive it. They've got a limited amount of time. That wasn't the case in this movie, and I was really hoping
really worked that out.
Yeah, I was really hoping that they worked that out. Bit more. I had this beautiful image in my mind of them working in a storyline of Fiyero secretly sending messages to Elphaba and then continuing this relationship, but him needing to be ostensibly with Glinda to get the information that he needed to provide to Elphaba. That would have made sense. And then he could still have been like, look, I'm really sorry to have had to use you in this way. You don't deserve it. Like all that sort of thing. That would have worked out great. Love that. Didn't do it. And then the other thing was the whole story of the animals. And I was hoping to find more of Elphaba actually assisting the animals, which we got a tiny bit of, but not very much at all. And that entire storyline, which kind of gets dumped after Act 1 of the stage play, felt very unfleshed out, even in this massive, almost 3-hour-long runtime of Act 2. It just felt like we got songs about being in a bubble and there being no place like home, and didn't get anything of substance.
Do we like our localized ham-fisted koala that they put in?
Yeah, I like the fennec
what the fuck was that?
Do you think that was very
There were
specific?
a lot of kangaroos in the one I saw.
Was that specifically added for the Australian audience? Because that's also
it feels like it.
Fucked.
It feels like
and I feel like, was there a panda in the Chinese one? Like, what the fuck, guys?
I don't know.
What are you
I
doing?
Which version did you see, Dion? What animals you saw?
It was weird. There was a guy big on cricket.
Yeah, I was more concerned about a red kangaroo and a grey kangaroo being a couple. So
yeah,
they're gonna have a greyish pink kangaroo child.
Yeah, that's
none of the animals were meant to look like actual Australian or our world animals anyway. They're all slightly warped and different. So
yes, we don't have.
I can forgive it.
We don't mix the red and the grey. We're a proud nation of white boomers only.
Oh, goodness.
God. So my thing that bugged me, and this is one of those dumb things that I know is purely from other texts and therefore shouldn't matter a toss, but it still annoyed me. The whole thing of leaving Oz and going past the desert. The desert is a fucking deadly desert. It kills people by touching them.
Yeah, but she's magic.
Like, you're not meant to be able to fucking walk across it.
Magic?
She's magic and he's a scarecrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a straw.
Yeah.
I think, Quinny, that's just a straw man argument.
Oh, fuck you.
No.
Oh.
But this is another reason why you can't bring Wizard of Oz story into Wicked world and make it work, because a key moment in the Wizard of Oz is where the Wicked Witch sets the Scarecrow on fire. They have had multiple interactions before they meet again in Fiero's castle. If you include that story in this story, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And Tari brings up the problem of the end of that relationship. Chafing.
At least they both agree.
I feel like they were a one and done situation, and it all happened with a sex cardigan, which is disappointing for everyone.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I can't explain the sex cardigan. I can't explain any of the weird stuff. I was disappointed to see like a lot of the people of Oz seemed absolutely propagandized to the inch of their life, which was just strange to me. It's like, oh, whatever, they're throwing pamphlets at us and they're doing these things that we don't see. Obviously, this is fine.
I didn't mind it. It felt I was getting Capital from the Hunger Games vibes. And I feel like that is an important part of this storytelling.
There's a reason that the Emerald City looks like Metropolis.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, like there's a lot of Fritz Lang in that design, and it's like, okay,
But
right.
we weren't seeing a lot of the crushed outer suburbs or areas where they're just like not able to eat enough and like, oh, please help me.
Well, that's the Munchkins.
Yeah, and they did drop the houses on the Munchkins and send massive storms through there, and that was terrible, and they didn't really care about them. So...
Okay.
But once again, this is what Tari was saying earlier, that it's the kind of thing that you could have a lot more fun with, of explore the political landscape a bit. I mean, I don't know that I need a 5 or 6 episode long TV series of this. The 2.5 or 3 hours of this was more than enough. But yeah.
A bit too much stretched.
So Dion, before you mentioned you asked the question about her melting and the whole. So,
bucket of water, well established. Right. The witch, for whatever reason, she can't go near water because she can't shower or bathe, whatever reasons. But then she comes back, and I was like, "What?" But she's supposed to die.
She melts in The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
This is not The Wizard of Oz.
She cries multiple times through the things, which are the giveaway that water has never been an issue for her.
No, I feel she's more like the xenomorph. She has acid
There
for
is
blood.
literally a lyric in Thank Goodness where they say, pure water will melt her, somebody please go and melt her. And Fiyero turns around and is like, water will melt her? They're so ridiculous, they'll believe anything. It's not true. The water will not melt her. It's just something that they've made everyone believe through propaganda, which is really useful for her because then she can capitalize on that and pretend to melt when she really goes through a trapdoor in the castle.
Very slow trapdoor from the movie.
And you can tell that's why she's overacting that moment so much. It's because she's having to go down the stairs one at a time. She's like, I'm melting, I'm melting.
She's doing the escalator bit behind a table, essentially. Just going down.
That's it's just bad stagecraft.
She does not die in the musical or in this movie. Right. She's not dead. She just pretend dead.
Yeah.
I did like that somebody said like how weird it must be for Dorothy, who is probably downstairs listening to these two people upstairs singing their heart out.
There's a wonderful influencer of some sort on TikTok or Instagram or whatever who actually wrote a third harmony for Dorothy in that scene, and it is beautiful. He delivers it beautifully. His harmonies are on point, and it's hilarious. So I will find it and share it with everybody.
I love it. See, that's the other thing. There are a couple of times where I was trying to work out, and I know we've said it many times, that this is not Wizard of Oz, but I was trying to work out some of the time frames of how long it takes for Dorothy to get from somewhere to somewhere, for Dorothy to go from the Munchkin village and getting her shoes to meeting the Scarecrow, and you know the whole thing of him being turned from Fiyero to a Scarecrow. Like, there's some weird fucking like time shit with that where it doesn't quite
it doesn't
work.
make sense. None of it makes sense if you try and put Wizard of Oz timeline in. It doesn't make any sense.
This has already been explained, Quinny. It's not linked. You have to give up and just go with
Let it go.
Yeah. A different one. No, Beck. This is a different one. I can't do too many of these.
That's a Dean Menzel. That's
it's the same character.
Adele Nazim.
Adele Nazim. Thank you.
That's very specifically Disney, and this is Universal, and they are not yet joined together in the Satanist way.
Any second.
We're getting there. We're getting very close. Is there anything else that we need to talk about for Wicked Part 2 or Part Dio, which is basically it's shit. It's a shit sequel and a perfectly...
Not a sequel.
No, wait. It's a shit sequel, but a perfectly serviceable second act. How's that
I don't
sound?
think it's perfectly serviceable in the second act.
Yeah, it's a shit sequel and a pretty fucking...
It's a shit second act. Like, I feel like the stage show is amazing because it is on stage. It's the magic of theatre. It's right there in front of you. And even then, Act 2 is always disappointing in Wicked. You just don't want to admit it because you're enjoying being at the theatre and watching people sing in front of you.
If there's one thing that we do know, though, is every single musical adaptation onto screen is perfect.
A lot of them are not bad.
Cats, are you kidding me?
Okay, but Cats is a shit musical anyway. Like,
Yeah.
Cats
Yeah.
is shit.
Cats is a shit musical anyway. Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
Into the Woods.
That's not very jellical of you.
Well, I don't like Into the Woods.
Yeah.
On
Hang on,
stage
the musical
anyway.
or the movie?
Both. Por qué no los dos?
Oh, God.
Into the Woods, not lyrical genius. Quinny, I'm sorry. It's just not.
Sondheim is very upset with you.
Well, Sondheim can...
Well, he's already dead.
Suck my balls.
Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. No, I feel like there's a lot. If were I a screenwriter for this, which I'm not and don't actually have the skill to be, I would have made a number of changes. I feel like there is a lot of really important messaging around a story that is about fascism for our world at the moment, especially a wizardy character being essentially puppeteered by someone much smarter and much more capable and competent behind the scenes. I think that's a story that's really interesting and important to be telling at this moment, and I feel like they really missed the mark.
Help me here.
It's amazing how many of the Twitter accounts of the Munchkins actually come from out of Munchkin land.
Sorry, someone help me out. What happened to Madame Morrible in the end? I actually kind of forgot what happened.
She was put in a cage like an animal.
That's right. Yeah.
The animals were freed.
She got put in a cage.
And Glinda put her in a cage instead. That's another thing that really upset me, was that when you're watching these two halves very separately, a lot of the things that are great in the stage show and the callbacks to Act 1 are really missed in this format. And one of my favorites is when Glinda says, I hope you prove me wrong, I doubt you will. And what you'd miss watching it like this is that that's exactly the wording that Madame Morrible said to Glinda when she was giving her a wand and allowing her to take magic lessons because Elphaba told her, you know,
but
that
if
she
you
should.
saw the movie a million times like we did, we remembered it.
You remember it, but it just didn't have the same oomph. When you watch it on stage, it's like, oh, sick burn! Like, and the whole crowd goes, oh!
Yeah,
in this,
I
it was
guess
just nothing.
Ariana's delivery was really not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember being so impressed with her in Popular and just that incredible energy and I just I missed a lot of that.
She did a great job of disappearing into the character in Act 1, and I didn't see the same thing in this movie, which is so strange, as Jill said, because they're filmed at the same time.
Yeah, but also 2 years is a long time to be working on something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Well, I think that rounds out our November of monsters and monster-adjacent things. In the first one, you know, man was the monster from Predator Badlands, and then in Frankenstein, man was again the monster from doing that, and then in The Running Man and The Long Walk, it's kind of man is the monster.
There's a lot of monstrous man.
And in Wicked for Good,
a man was the monster.
Maybe men are the problem?
Yeah.
We've solved it. There we go. Men are the problem.
All men. Not all monsters.
All
monsters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, all men, not all monsters.
But on that note, I did not say the word problematic once during that entire review, which is very strange for me.
Well done.
So,
true.
Because honestly, there weren't really many things that were truly problematic about it, just a lot of missed opportunities.
Yeah. Speaking of missed opportunities, what are we doing in December?
Fuck only knows.
Well,
I know at some point in time we want to talk about the dueling films. The two films that were made basically at the same time that are basically the same film.
Yes, I'm almost ready for that survey that will be coming out to people, which we will go to the Periodic Table of Awesome website and also the Facebook page and join in to where we'll have a link to that survey so that we can do the survey and then do the show and you get to see the results. So it will be our opinion versus your opinion. There you go. There's no prizes. There's no prizes. Just glory if you have a better opinion than us. So will our audience will make a choice, and we'll make a choice, and do we line up or not?
It's honestly very likely that everyone's opinion will be better than mine. So
I hope I don't have to watch all of the movies on that list.
No, we're not watching all the movies. Just from memory.
Because I think I had a look at that list, and I think I've watched 3 films.
You aren't expecting. You just have
and
to.
That's not like
just go on vibes. Honestly,
this set and this
it's
set.
all about
It's like,
vibes.
oh, I saw that one. I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that one.
Yeah. It's not. It's there's no homework on this one. It's just the homework is the survey. Survey says, "Bow." And apart from that, there are 5 Tuesdays in December. Yay!
But many of them are very close to Christmas, so we may well be fucking right off.
We shan't probably be doing that. We might be having a superset of just maybe 2 or 3. And then a lot of time off.
Jules like, please?
Yeah.
Please?
Because it's the Christmas time. We've got things to do and bits. But also, if there's something you want us to watch, please let us know. It's December. I've forgotten what the fuck's going on.
I mean, there's a lot out in the world at the moment. There is a new series, Pluribus, which I have been watching and I've got big thoughts on.
Could we do some Pluribus?
My fellow critters, it is with 3 episodes out of the Mighty 9, so check that out.
Do we need a TV roundup?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we need to just work it all out.
Maybe we'll see. Maybe like we're all hanging out. I know for Avatar 2, 3.
Jesus Christ!
That
17.
comes out.
Even you forgot.
Yeah. Avatar. Fuck. I don't have a tab.
The Last Airbender, right? I'm really confused as to how these tall blue things mix in with the Fire Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day,
why are they using papyrus?
The Fire Navi attacked.
Why are they using papyrus still? Still using fucking papyrus.
Oscar Norga is giving big vibes for the Chair Company, of which I have tried to watch a little bit of, and it's very strange. It's on HBO Max.
I can't
look up a trailer for it. It's very weird.
I gave it like 10 minutes, and I actively threw my computer across the room.
Wow.
Sounds dangerous.
Yep. There was a cockroach on it. Like, it's fine.
There's lots of stuff out there. We will be talking about it. Maybe we'll have a year in review. Who the fuck knows?
Who knows? We'll make these decisions. But suggestions. We love a suggestion. Thanks very much for joining us, Beck, and giving us your Wicked review. And as always,
thank you for letting me.
As always, Jill, I'm sorry this was disappointing.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm just gonna watch the first one again.
Yeah.
Just a little shout out that our beloved Peter is currently out of the loop at the moment. So she has not had anything to do with Wicked 2 and yet. So please, nothing towards her that might be spoiled.
No spoilers.
No, she's like, please, no, I am not back for another week and I want to remain. It's like, okay, fine.
Yes.
So yeah. I know that you're probably not going to be fucking atting her, but at the same time, don't.
Yeah.
Yes, just be respectful.
Yeah. Yes. Let her come back to it in her own pace. And
unlike this movie.
Sympathize.
Exactly.
Disrespectful movie.
Disrespectful.
Wow.
I'm an apologist. Okay, then we're gonna go now. Thanks everyone. See you next month.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not sit here counting zeros in a cubicle downtown. I wanna look out my window, see 'em flying, and swing across the horizon as I cheer 'em on so proud. Deep-powered girl keeps staring at her face, and call Colossus and have 'em teach me ways, and then we'd exercise. I'd be one of the guys. The martial arts from Iron Fist and Wall, I'll dance her up and teach her all my songs. Oh, I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not cooking up these heroes at my parents' restaurant now. I wanna yell out Avengers Assemble.